Paul Fromm for the Canadian Association for Free Expression here in Quesnel, British Columbia, at the courthouse, the 9th day of the free speech trial of Arthur Topham, who is charged under Canada's so-called hate law, Section 319 of the Criminal Code, for willfully promoting hatred on the website against privileged groups, in this case Jews, identified both as a religion and as an ethnicity. This was a very exciting day. The testimony of our expert witness, Gilad Atzmon from Britain, concluded. Jennifer Johnson, the Crown Attorney, cross-examined him this morning. Gilad was very clear and firm in his evidence. Unfortunately, the judge kept interrupting him, telling him to shorten his answers and so on, a treatment that the Crown's expert witness, Mr. Rudner, never received. But anyway, Gilad is a real trooper. A number of interesting things came out today. He said that as he read it, the protocols were a blueprint or a prediction of Jewish efforts to create a much greater control in the world, or perhaps even a new world order. He said that was the conclusion also of Douglas Reed, who is the author of one of the books being discussed, and he said that they could be seen as a blueprint, and that many Jews, on reading the book in the early decades of the 20th century, reacted and did not want to fulfill that. So it's all within the realm of opinion and ideas. And he emphasized that Mr. Topham, in his postings, was saying nothing more radical than many Jewish writers have said about their own people. The big surprise, though, well, that ended the defense's evidence. The big surprise, though, came after the morning break when Barclay Johnson, the lawyer for the defense, asked for a mistrial. And he had absolutely shocking information. And that was that it appears that the expert report that was brought in by the defense expert, Glenn Rudner, formerly of the Canadian Jewish Congress, may not have been his. He had been asked, did you write that? And listening to the electronic record of the trial, it appears that he said that to the best of his recollection. Now, I don't know how that sounds to you, but if I asked you, did you write that letter? Couldn't you give me a yes or no answer? Yes, I did, or no, I didn't. Not, well, to the best of my recollection. Because this report was generated quite recently, but in the last couple of months. We're not asking to remember something that happened 10 years ago. The defense takes the position that there seems to be evidence that was actually written by the person who was supposed to be the original defense expert witness, and that was former CEO of the Canadian Jewish Congress, Bernie Farber, who said he could only testify if he could do it by video, and that was not acceptable. So there's a real question as to who authored that report, and there's an internal memo between Mr. Farber and Mr. Rudner that seems to suggest, at the very least, collaboration. So were we told something untrue? That was the position that Mr. Johnson put to the judge, asking for a mistrial. Also, in the Crown versus Bill Noble hate trial back in 2008, Len Rudner was called as an expert witness, and on Cafe's urging, Bill Noble challenged Mr. Rudner as being a player, not an expert, not an objective academic expert, but a player, a frequent complainer in human rights cases, including in this case. And so Barclay Johnson suggested that the judge in that case found Mr. Rudner not to be a credible witness, and for those reasons that there should be a mistrial. The judge did not agree, but this will definitely be something that, should this case go on, might very well be something that will be heard on appeal. We were let go early this afternoon, and tomorrow morning at 11, Barclay Johnson will begin the final submissions or summation for the defense, followed by Jennifer Johnson for the prosecution. The jury will be charged or instructed on Monday, and the case will go to the jury sometime Monday. This is Paul Fromm in in Quesnel, British Columbia, at the Arthur Topham Free Speech Trial. I'm with the Canadian Association for Free Expression.